Daddy born poor, mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the back seat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could join me this Monday afternoon, July 7th, 2025. Hope you had a terrific 4th of July holiday. I did. And now we're back into trading. Let's see what we've got. It's going to be a little bit of a short week for me, giving you a heads up right now. Wednesday and Thursday, I'm traveling. So there will be no overnight trade setups on Wednesday or Thursday evenings. Also, there will be no live trade Thursday morning, but there will be one tomorrow morning. Here at Forex Smart Trade, we help people become profitable currency traders, and we do that teaching them how to trade with our simple but highly accurate proprietary trading indicators. To do this well, there's lots of information out there, almost too much information. You need to have the right tools and the right person showing you what to do. Because trying to figure it out on yourself, you can, but it'll take you a while and it'll cost you a lot of money. So we have those, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you one of our dozen different trade strategies so that you can see how well it works and see if it might be for you. So with that, we first need to listen to this guy, and then we'll see what the market has.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
We teach with a number of tools. We've got videos that break things down step by step by step. We've got a detailed curriculum that has been developed over 17 years that focuses just on the specific things that you need to know to get you from point A to point B and do this well and do it successfully. We've got group training sessions. We've got one-on-one training sessions, which we think is kind of the secret ingredient, where you're being mentored by somebody who actually knows what they're doing, who's an actual trader who makes money at it, and that is their day job. And the other thing we do is we do these live trade sessions. I do 3 a week. This one in the afternoon. And then tomorrow morning at 6:30 and Thursday morning at 6:30. As I said, I'm going to be on the road Thursday. Every afternoon, I also send out an overnight trade setup using a different strategy than the one we're going to be using today. And again, to give you a different feel for it. When you become a member, though, every morning at 10 a.m. we do a live trade. Every afternoon at 6 p.m. we do a live trade. And then we send out a trade pattern alert at sometime between 8:30 and noon as the trade makes itself available or shows itself. Anyways, let's leave it there. I like to work off of a little checklist so I don't forget anything. During the session, generally, I don't take any questions because I'm focused on trying to find the trade. But if you do have questions, I like to answer them. Questions are good. Questions are how you get better. You can go to forexsmarttrade.com/schedule and get me. And right now the website is down. It should be up, I don't know, soon. They keep telling me soon. And I've learned now, rather than get angry, is to focus on what you can control. Somebody's working on it. I can't control it. No matter how mad I get, it doesn't make things go any faster. You can try calling me if I'm not doing anything. I will answer the phone. I usually also hold weekly office hours at every Wednesday at 3:30, but this Wednesday no office hours. Every day, our charts or our indicators are run off of green chart. It is good to refresh your green chart, clears out the memory, picks up any updates, and keeps everything moving fast. Nothing to do with us, but just as a good trading skill, every day go back through the trades that didn't go the way that you wanted and understand why. And with our simulator, you can go back to the specific spot you took the trade and look exactly at what you're looking at to see. And more often than not, there's information in there that's going to help you get better. And as you start, I've been doing this for 7 years, and every once in a while, I'll make a careless mistake, or I'll do something that I shouldn't have done, or I'll cut a corner. And when I go back and look, it's like, yep, shouldn't have done that. And I'll know what I did, and it'll be fresh in my mind so I don't repeat it again later. We are technical traders. Our indicators are good at understanding the price action and being able to give us an indication as to what direction the market's moving in. If we can figure that out, we can make pretty good money. But news does impact currency prices. So we want to know what news events there are so that we can kind of trade around them. And I like to go to forexfactory.com. It breaks news down into 3 events: yellow, which are low impact, we ignore those; orange, which is medium impact, I tend to ignore those; and red, which is high impact. These are guys we want to trade around. Australian dollar tonight, 12:30. Has some news coming up. The chart we're going to be trading on is a 1-hour chart, so I expect the trade to close anywhere from 1 to 3 hours. So we shouldn't be close enough to this to make an impact. So we've got clear sailing today. The trade I'm going to do, as I said, we've got a dozen different trade signals. And when we coach somebody, we create a customized trade plan based around your availability to trade and what's in, what your risk preferences are and the things you're trying to accomplish. This trade is called a 10-point trade. I take it off of a 1-hour chart, but you could take it off of any time frame. On a 1-hour chart, trades are going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. My sweet spots generally tends to be 11 pips. If I can't find an 11 pip trade, I'm generally not going to take it. And I'm looking to get in and out within 1 to 3 hours. And what the trade wants us to do is there are 3 parts to the chart. The chart we're trading off of is something called the Light 6 Major. It's one of our standard charts. There are 3 sections to the chart. This middle section is the majors and minors. This top section is the TNTs. This bottom section is the pressure. And I want to get all 3 sections in agreement. And when they are in agreement, because each of these sections is measuring something different, I've got a high probability trade. So let's start with the middle section, the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray line is the minor indicator. This horizontal red line is the oversold line. This horizontal blue line is the overbought line. I am looking for situations where we are overbought and the lines are all pointing down like we see here. And it's the lines are going to run through the channel, and then you see a big down red candle. Or we're oversold and the lines are going up, and then we're going to see green candles. So here we're oversold. Everybody's going up. So there's four things I'm looking for. One, we started oversold versus say starting in the middle where it turns. Two, all the lines are going up, and they are. Three, I've got what I call a double cross. Green line is crossed over the red when we're going up, and the gray line is crossed over the black. And then the fourth thing is the steepness on this green line. And I want it to be better than 45 degrees. And it is. Now, the only thing I don't like here is we've got a little kink in the line where we went from more steep to less steep. I prefer the kink to be the other way, where we're going from less steep to more steep. So we've got all four elements. And I like the green line to be less than halfway, which it is. I don't mind that the minors have kind of run through the channel. So I've got all four characters, but I've got this one little piece that I don't like about the kink in the line. Then I'm going to jump up to the TNTs. And each of these is measuring the rate of change at a different rate. And the thick and thin orange are going up, supporting the buy signal I'm seeing here. The blues are inversely related. So when blue comes down, that means buy. So the two blue lines, dotted blue and thick blue, are coming down. So all four are saying buy. I want to have at least three of the four telling me buy. Then I'm going to jump down to the pressure. And I want these lines either going up or I want the green line on top. And I don't have either of that here. They're going down very, very weakly, but they are going down. So since I don't have this element, we're passing. Jumping over to the Euro USD. We started it overbought. Everybody's going up. That's number two. Number three, we've got the crossover with the green and the gray. Number four, we've got good steepness on the green line. And it actually, see, here we have a kink where we went from less steep to more steep. And here it looks like there's a small kink. It's not as pronounced as here, but it's almost straight. So this isn't quite as worrisome as this kink in the line. Two orange lines going up, two blue lines. This is coming down. All four here. I've got sideways pressure, but the green is on top. So I have all the points that I want here. I've got 8 points. Only thing I don't like is the green line is a little bit past the halfway mark. Plus, we're going into the, oh, excuse me a second. Since we're trading on a 1 hour chart, it says right up here, I want one of these to actively be trading. Now in Europe, it's 6 hours difference, so it's 10 o'clock at night there. So we're not actively trading there. We still are actively trading in the U.S., but we don't have much time left. We're at almost 4 o'clock here. So the day is almost done, and the new trading day starts at 5. So I'd rather have more time. I'd rather have more runway here so that we've got time to make this trade. Pound, dollar, everybody's going up. We just barely have the double cross, but the slope here is to me a little less than 45 degrees on the green line. Here it's a bit more. We've got the kink, but it's still, the line's still greater than 45. Here we get the kink, the line's less. Dollar, Canadian dollar, overbought. Everybody's going down, double cross. Good steepness on the green line. And the green line's less than halfway. So we've got everything here. 2 oranges going up, 2 blues coming down. So we've got all 4 here. We've got up pressure with green on top. So the pressure's not with us. So we're going to pass. Dollar, again, when I get all 3, can this trade by itself sometimes work? Yes, it can. Yes, it can. But you only need a couple trades a day to make good money at this. So just wait till you see what works. Dollar Swiss franc, overbought. Everybody's going down, double cross, good steepness on the green line. Of all of these we've seen so far, I like this one the best. We went up, it turned, it's coming down. Green line's just entering the channel. There's a kink in the line where it's going from less steep to more steep. 2 orange lines coming down steep, dotted blue going up. So 3 of the 4 here. I need at least 3 of the 4. And we have sideways pressure. The red line's going down, green line's going up, but the red's on top. So we have all the points here. Now, again, my only issue is we're at the end of the day for the dollar. Switzerland is 6 hours ahead. So this isn't going to work. Well, we'll come back to it. We'll see. But like my initial instinct is because of the time of day, we're going to pass on this. But in terms of his nice setup, this is a nice setup here. I like this. Dollar yen. Now, in Japan, it's approaching morning. So overbought, everybody's coming down, double cross, and good steepness on the green line. Now, the only thing I don't like here, and the green line's entering the channel versus being far away from entering the channel, being up here and pointing down. Only thing I don't like about here is look where the green line's been the last 8 hours. Been above. And it's been above, and you see all these up candles. Now, part of my trading plan is I don't, on a 1 hour chart, I don't take a buy when we're up here. On a day chart, yes, but on a 1 hour chart, no. But you can see, that's my trading plan. Come on. That's 65 pips, 70 pips to here. So you could have made a nice, oops, what are we doing here? Oh, get rid of these. You could have made a good run here. I don't like when the lines have been hanging out overbought for a while. But it looks like we've turned. They're coming down. They started the turn, pulled back a little bit. Now they're coming down. Orange line going down, or thin orange going down. 2 blues going up, and the horizontal and the thick orange line is horizontal. So I got 3 of the 4 here. I've got weak up pressure with red on top. So I've got everything I like here. Now, I have a second confirmation I do when I see the trade setup that I like. So this is a good setup. I've got all the points. All 3 parts are agreeing. What I want to do is then I do a little confirmation. And that confirmation is by looking at a full chart of the dollar yen. So a full chart of the dollar yen. What that is it's showing me 6 different time periods for just this pair. So 2 hour, 4 hour, 8 hour, 12 hour day. And what I want to see is on the 2 hour, I want to see that we're overbought. Because when we're overbought on the 2 hour, excuse me, there's less of a chance of us getting stopped out. And that we're overbought on the 4 hour. And we are. We're overbought in both. The lines don't need to be going down, but it's better if they are. So this by itself is a good buy signal. So I've got my confirmation. Now, on some of the trades we do, the take profit's predetermined. On other trades, like on the overnight trade, that trade is predetermined. If it's the Euro USD, it's 11 pips. If it's the pound yen, it's 22 pips. On this trade, we have to figure it out. And to figure it out, I want to look at a clean chart. So I am going to call up a clean chart. Euro US. Oops. What happened here? There we go. Clean chart is a chart that just has the candlesticks. And I crunch it up because I want to drop some support and resistance in this. And first of all, what happened? Why aren't we looking at? All right, Euro USD. So we're going to drop some support and resistance in. So this is a little bit advanced. Support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. And when I crunch up the chart, it gives me more data points. Once I've kind of figured out where it is, I'll open it back up so we can look at the candles better. It seems to stop in here, over here, over here, here, a little bit in here. And on the Euro USD, these tend to be about 30 pips apart. So I'm going to try to see if we can figure out where's a good stopping spot here. I don't know, right in here, maybe over here, and here, over here, 145.63 to 146. So that's about 40 pips. So let's open this up so we can see it. So what kind of trend are we trading into? We're trading into an uptrend, a buy. Here we're trading into a sell trend. So when I'm trading into a buy trend, I'm going to be more conservative in the number of pips I take. So I want to know how much. Come on. I want to know how many pips I have from where I'm at to the, from where I'm at to where the line is. Why does it keep doing that? So we've got about 41 pips down, 9 pips back, and I want to, come on. All right. How many pips to here? 20 pips. 20 pips to this area. 40 pips to this area. But it keeps going down. It's moving while we're talking here. Let's save this. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take a sell, say a 17 pip sell on the USD JPY. If you are using MetaTrader, if you're using the simulator, you can pop it into the simulator. But if you're using MetaTrader, so USD JPY, I don't have that open. So I'm going to go to File, New Chart. It's up on the top here. I change this to a 1 hour chart. So we're looking at the same thing. I am going to, this is a demo account. I'm going to click New Order. My lot size is going to be a function of how much is in my account. This is at a 200 to 1 leverage. Rule of thumb is move the decimal place over 4 spots, which would put it here. So I'm going to go to 1.3. I'm going to just round up to 1.3. I can take anywhere from half of that, which would be 0.65 to double it, 2.6, but I'm going to take the 1.3, market sell. I am going to right click, go to modify. And I said we're going to take 17 pips. 17 pips is 170 points. I just add an extra 0. I click the little blue button that does the math for me. And we will go with 45, less than a 3 to 1. I'm going to add the extra 0. I click the little red button, does the math. And let's take a look where that puts us. Yeah, I like that spot. So we're going to take a sell, or we did take a sell for 17 pips on the USD JPY with a take profit of 145.862, 145.862, stop loss of 146.480, 146.480. I expect this to close by 9 p.m. Usually I said, like I said, 1 to 3 hours, but because we're coming into the to that last trading hour, 5 o'clock is when the new trading day starts, and the brokers increase their spreads as they do their end of the day bookkeeping. So not much trading goes on, and then the trading picks up again around 6. So I'm going to count our 3 hours starting at 6. If you want to learn to trade, find somebody who's good at it and get them to teach you. We believe we're pretty good at it, and we're willing to teach you. Not only are we willing to teach you, we'll let you trade with our money and split what you make. So it's a win-win for both of us. We make money when you make money. Our interests are aligned. You have a friend in the business who's keeping an eye on you. Because you're trading our money, things start to go south, we'll step in, figure out what you're doing wrong, and give you correction. All right, because we don't want you to lose our money. Have a terrific afternoon. I'll be sending out the overnight trade in a few minutes, and we'll see you again tomorrow morning at 6:30. Bye-bye.